Hello there from PortAventura World in Salou, Spain. It's April 2025 and it's my second visit here in April 2025. It's a Saturday, the sun is shining, it's a gorgeous day and the park is rammed. So I've taken the decision to get Express 10 Fast Pass, which gives me access to 10 attractions, one time each. So for example, you can't do the same ride twice on this type of Fast Pass, but it's well priced and it will get me on everything I want to do today. So it's priced at €47, but oh, here comes Baco. So it's priced at €47 per person online. It can be booked in advance or on the day at PortAventura. They never seem to limit Fast Pass here. However, because I've got an annual pass for this park, I did get a discount, a 15% discount. So converted to pounds, I've paid about £36 for Fast Pass today. So I'm happy with that. It gets me on everything I want to do today and I don't have to stand in queues getting queue jumped. We were here at PortAventura Park yesterday as a family. It wasn't the best day we've ever had in the park. There was a lot of issues. The operations were as bad as they've ever been. The food and beverage places were just so slow as well. As far as today's visit goes and this video, this is going to be about using Express 10 Fast Pass or Express Pass here in PortAventura Park. I'm hopefully going to show you how it benefits your day in this park and takes away the frustration of queuing in slow moving queue lines at this park. And Furius Baco is very loud, which is why I had a brief pause there. But yeah, if you do find this video useful as you're watching through, please do hit the like button. It's a little thumbs up below. Please comment and please subscribe to Your Experience Guide. I really hope this video is useful and informative, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing how the park does today, as it is a lot busier than yesterday. So, let's see how it goes. First tip of the day here at PortAventura Park is do not do Furius Baco first. That behind me is the Fast Pass queue, so if you do buy Fast Pass, don't come straight to Furius Baco because you're just not going to get your value for money out of your Fast Pass by going straight to Furius Baco when the queue for it is so big straight away. So you want to go to other attractions at the back of the park, which are a lot quieter in the first hour of the day. Tip for PortAventura Park is don't go to the far west area first. Come over to the China area of the park where you will find Shambala and Dragon Khan. They are pretty much at the back of the park. They are always a lot quieter than Furius Baco in the first hour. I'm not saying that they won't have a queue, because they will have a queue, but they are a lot quieter than say Uncharted or Furius Baco in the first hour of the day. Uncharted is currently showing at 2 hours in the far west area, and Furius Baco is at just about 2 hours too. So head over to Shambala and Dragon Khan first. Even if you haven't got a Fast Pass, I would recommend doing that rather than going to those other attractions first. The other thing to note about the far west area is that not everything opens when the park does. So Stampida, the dual wooden roller coaster, doesn't open until 12 o'clock. The park opens at 10 o'clock. So it's another reason not to go to the far west area first. Definitely head away from far west, away from Furius Baco, head to the China area of the park, do Shambala, do Dragon Khan, and your day will be off to a great start. Now, because I'm carrying a little bit too much weight, the only chance I've got of getting on Shambala is to completely empty my pockets so the lap bar can come down as far as it needs to. Now, to make sure I've got empty pockets and I'm not leaving anything valuable in the station, I'm going to use the lockers located between Shambala and Dragon Khan. Good news, I got on Shambala, row 3, so almost a front row view as well. Fantastic airtime, really enjoyed that. Also some more good news, it is running on a free train service. Bad news, it's on a free train stack and on about 6 or 7 minute dispatches per train. So already I'm feeling like I've got value for money out of my fast pass. Now what I was going to do in this video was sort of say, well, even if you haven't got fast pass, do the rides in this order. And I'm already at the point where after an hour I'm just scrapping that and I'm just going to say budget fast pass into your holiday planning when you come here. Don't worry about what order to do anything in, just budget for fast pass. It will make your day so much better. I have literally just walked past a 2-hour queue to get on Shambala within 10 minutes. It is fully worth getting a fast pass, even though I still think this area of the park is the best area to come to first. It's already absolutely chaos in this area. And the annoying thing is as well, there is no catering outlets open, so I can't even grab a drink from anywhere. I don't even know where the nearest one is that's open because all of the units in Sesame Street were closed. All of the units in this area are closed. It's 25 degrees, it's like where are you supposed to get a drink from? But yeah, got on Shambala, I'm now going to head round to Dragon Con, give that a go. That I've been on Dragon Con. Took around 20 minutes in a fast pass queue. The little walkthrough I did from the main entrance round to the fast pass queue hopefully came out well on the GoPro, but also hopefully showed where the fast pass queue was starting from, which was nowhere near the entrance, which is why it took 20 minutes. But the main queue is taking somewhere around 2 hours to 2 hours 30 minutes. It is on free trains, but it is again on free trains and stacking. The good news is it wasn't like 5 or 6 minute dispatches, it was more like 3 minute dispatches, so slight improvement on Shambala, but still nowhere near good enough. Considering the theoretical throughput of roller coasters like Shambala and Dragon Con, they're achieving nowhere near that. Not with the free train stacking on both coasters. They'll probably be lucky to be hitting 600 people an hour, when they should really be doing somewhere around 1,500, 1,600 people an hour. It's really not good enough on such a regular occasion. It's a busy theme park, so really they should be doing a lot better, but unfortunately they just don't care about the guest experience here, which is why the best thing to do is get a fast pass. Otherwise you're just going to get peed off all day, especially with the queue lines being such slow moving queue lines. Now earlier on I mentioned that there was nowhere to get a drink. The good news is that some of the catering outlets have now opened. The bad news is there's only one person working on any of those at any given time, so the queues are just not moving. So this is a park that does not let you bring food in, so the choice is you either don't eat or you have to stand and wait a long time to get something to eat and drink, which again is not very good. Just realised that I forgot to give a review on Dragon Con in terms of how it was running. Well, I think it's best described as aging worse than an Arrow corkscrew, and probably worse than a Vekoma corkscrew as well. It's just not a pleasant roller coaster anymore. But I think it shows how far roller coaster technology's moved on. back in the 90s and of course the 2000s. A lot of rides had the over the head restraints, which is what was needed, but now we have a lot of rides with lap bars and they just ride a lot more comfortable and a lot more enjoyable. So it was a great coaster in its time, but it is aging like milk, and it's not very good these days, even though it has got a great layout. Next up, somewhere down there, is El Diablo. Arrow Mine Train should be on free trains today, and this normally is a people mover, so hopefully it won't take too long getting on this one. So just here is the fast pass queue for El Diablo. Doesn't look too long, literally goes straight into the station from here, so should be a 5-minute wait. It does appear to be on free trains. They are chucking the trains out. It is probably the best operated coaster in PortAventura Park. I got it wrong. El Diablo is on 2 trains. However, that fast pass queue took 5 minutes. Literally, as soon as I turned the camera off, straight on it, back row. It was all right. It's a typically Arrow Mine Train, square corners, bit bumpy, but it is all right. Does what it says on the tin. You know what you're getting from an Arrow Mine Train. So, yeah, on to the next thing really. Now, the next thing would be Hurricane Condor, but it's not included in the fast pass that I've got. So I've got 2 choices really. I queue for it for 2 hours, or I buy more fast pass for €19. I'll be moving on to the next thing. It'll come to no surprise to anybody that the Temple of Fire is closed. Whilst it is no surprise that the Temple of Fire is closed, again, it is still included in the Express 10 Fast Pass, which is really odd because it's closed for most of the year, every year, but they still put it on the Express 10 thing, so I think it might be a trip to guest services later on and say, well, can I use this for Dragon Khan or Shambala or Baco again or something like that? If that's allowed, I'll let you know, because there is no way that's opening today. There's like no chance. It's never open at this time of the year. I can't remember the last time I saw it open outside of Halloween season here. So yeah, I don't know why it's still included on Express 10. I found food without queuing ages for it. Got really lucky walking past Hurricane Condor burger place, no queue. Grabbed myself a burger meal with past discounts, cost me €12, so no complaints. So I'm pleased to say that the burger meal was fantastic. €12, really can't complain at that. The burger was really nice, and they got the order right first time, something I didn't mention earlier. I did ask for solo queso, no salad, basically only cheese. It's one of the only bits of Spanish that I know, but it's very, very helpful because I'm very fussy when it comes to food, even though it may not look like it. I am very fussy with food, so having a cheeseburger with no salad and no sauce is exactly how I like it, and that's what I got first time of asking, so pleased about that. Food was nice, drink was good, so absolutely no complaints about that. It's now time to do Stampida, the dueling wooden roller coaster here. It has had a bit of work done over the winter. It's been a bit of a hybrid conversion. It's no longer completely wooden. It's no longer a 100% wooden roller coaster. It's had the Titan track conversion done by GCI, I believe. I'll be honest, I don't like it. I don't like the look of it. It's just not a woody anymore. It's now a hybrid coaster. And I believe wooden roller coasters should stay wooden. So yeah, I'm not sure how it rides. We're gonna go and find out in a minute. But for me, a wooden coaster should stay wooden. And I would have much rather seen them get the Gravity Group pre-cut engineering wooden track conversion work done to it rather than the Titan track work done to it, but that's just my personal opinion. Like I say, wooden coasters, in my opinion, should stay wooden, and steelies should stay as steelies. Right, anyway, now that complaining's done, Stampida has a 2-hour queue in the main queue. Let's see how long it takes to get on with Fast Pass. In the end, it was a 35-minute wait with express passes to get on Stampida. To be fair, that's a lot better than the 2 hours and 10-minute queue line in the main queue, so I'll take that. It's a much quicker way of getting on it. So I was moaning about the Titan track before I went on it, and my opinion still stands. Wooden coasters should be wooden, but I've got to eat a little bit of humble pie on the subject and say that that is now the best part of Stampida. But it just doesn't look good. I think wooden coasters should stay wooden, and I would have much preferred to see it have a complete retrack with some new trains from the Gravity group, but that's not going to happen, is it? It's probably going to end up being a full Titan track coaster in a couple of years' times, and probably still have the same trains, which are awful. But it has improved where they've done the work on it, so fair play to GCI and anyone else involved with it, because they have done a cracking job at making that bit of the ride smoother. But for me, I just don't think it looks great. I think it kind of ruins what Stampida is. Wooden coaster in the far west area of the park, so it just doesn't really, it's not as eye-catching as it was in a good way. It just sticks out a little bit too much as a steely or a hybrid coaster now, but it's done what it was intended to do. It makes the coaster smoother. So if that's the way they're going to do it, then fair enough. I'm just going to have to accept that, but hopefully they do get some new trains for it, because that is really what it needs above all. Currently Uncharted, the newest ride here at PortAventura, has a 1 hour 20-minute queue line. To go on it with Fast Pass, I would have to pay an additional €19. I'm not going to be doing that today. That does feel like it would be rewarding failure as far as the operations go here today. So Uncharted is a no from me, but if you would be interested to hear my opinions on it, then I will put a link in the top of the screen from my media day review of Uncharted when it opened in 2023. That was a great day, but today I'm not going on. Chilly. Not too bad that time. worse soakings on this, that's for sure. That is Silver River Flume. So straight on the log flume, didn't have to wait long at all. There was no one in the main queue, so it was just a case of walk down, get my fast pass ticket scanned on my phone, and straight on the ride. Now I did do a front row or front seat POV, but noticed just as I'd finished doing it that I'd clicked accidentally to put it on a 1080 setting instead of 4K. So hopefully that's come out all right in the video. But I'm a little bit annoyed with myself for doing that because normally I film everything in 4K, but hopefully it upscaled all right. In terms of the loose articles policy here, well, it's literally very loose today because I've noticed that people are literally taking GoPros and phones on the coasters, not being challenged, like literally freehand, just taking them on in the hand, GoPros, phones. Crazy, if you ask me, taking a GoPro or a phone on a coaster in your hand, not mounted to any sort of GoPro mount. It's just a bonkers decision to make. But a lot of that's going on. So I put the GoPro on the GoPro handle, attached it to my wrist, asked if I was allowed to use it, just got shrug of the shoulders, kind of do whatever you want. So film the front row POV or front seat POV, and then typically did it in the wrong frame rate. But yeah, there we go. Hopefully it came out all right. And yeah, I really wish they'd clarify what they're filming on ride processes are here, because sometimes you see vlogs with POVs on everything. Other days you see no POVs quite often in ours, because usually I don't try it because usually they say no. But today they just don't seem to give it, well, they just don't seem to care. So yeah, log flume POV, hopefully it was all right. Time to go and do something else. Probably going to be the rapids. As always, the rapids were fun. In keeping with the water ride subject, I'm now over at Tutuki Splash, which is in the Polynesia area of the park. It is included in the Express 10 Fast Pass offering. Now I just need to decide if it's warm enough to go on it today, because I'm a bit 50-50 about it. So I've made the rather boring decision not to go on Tutuki Splash today. We do fly back to Manchester tomorrow, and whilst I have had a sprinkling off the rapids and the log flume, I don't think it's a good idea to get a full soaking off Tutuki Splash and then be putting soaking wet clothes in the case. So yeah, it's a rather boring decision, but it is a great ride to do on a hot summer's day, and it is included on your Express 10 Fast Pass. So bear that in mind if you're coming in the summer and you do want to do it and you don't fancy queuing ages for it. Also, it's worth knowing, right next to the entrance for it is lockers for €2 per locker. So again, if you don't want to get your phone and stuff wet, then it's pretty handy for €2. But yeah, for now, I've made the boring but executive decision not to go into Tutuki Splash. I'm sorry.
Que el Shambala no entra.
So I've worked my way back round to the best ride inside PortAventura Park, and that is of course Furius Baco. Now, unfortunately, the fast pass queue, as you can probably see behind me, is still rammed. It looks like it's on a one train service though, so that might explain why that fast pass queue is just not moving today. A lot of people are walking away from the main queue as well, or have been walking away from the main queue. It's just very slow moving. I've been waiting to get some off-ride footage of it, and obviously there's not a lot that you can see of it, because all you can really see is it going over the lake and past the queue line. But even now, I'm just not seeing it going around very often, so it's either on one train or it's on a two train service, and a very, very slow two train service. But again, it just goes back to the fact that the operations here are shambolic. really, when you think about the potential throughputs on all of the roller coasters here. They're just nowhere near maximising their potential, and this has been an issue for a long time here, probably since 2013. It's just got worse and worse and worse every year. So yeah, that queue is just horrible for FastPass. But yeah, I'll have a think about it, go and get some off-ride footage and make a decision. All it is an overhead restraint and a seatbelt. There is no good reason for it to take so long, but it is. So that is why that FastPass queue and the main queue are so long. And it's also why I've not bothered. I've walked away from it. I'm going to get more off-ride shots of it, which will have been in the video already at this point. It's just not very good, is it, really? I mean, you wouldn't get this at somewhere like Europa Park or other leading parks in Europe. And let's remember that PortAventura is a leading park in Europe. They get some of the highest visitor numbers of anywhere in Europe as far as visitor attractions go. It really does pay me to be this critical of PortAventura Park. It's somewhere that I always normally enjoy coming to. I've got an annual pass here. I've been visiting here every year since 2005. The only exception was the COVID years that we couldn't travel. Otherwise, every year since 2005, I've been to this park. I really, really do like this park, but they're just getting it so wrong from an operational point of view. And it's something that really, really needs to be fixed. But it won't be fixed. It's been like this for ages. It just gets worse and worse every year, unfortunately. And it is truly a case of FastPass is essential to enjoy your day here. If this video has been useful or informative or simply just enjoyable to watch, please do hit the like button. It's a little thumbs up below. Please comment, please subscribe. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Your Experience Guide video.